25th anniversary of the massacre of thousands of Bosnian Muslims by Bosnian Serb forces in Srebrenica. It was the largest mass murder in a conflict characterized by crimes against civilians. Every year the anniversary is marked by a mass gathering and dozens of funerals as more bodies are identified and returned to their families. Our special correspondent Alan Little, who reported extensively on the Bosnian War for the BBC, has this report.
It was the worst atrocity on European soil since the Nazis. 8,000 men and boys separated from their families and in the space of a few days murdered and thrown into mass graves. A United Nations peacekeeping force not only failed to stop it, it actively handed over thousands of Bosnian Muslims to their killers, led by the Bosnian Serb commander Ratko Mladic. The shared international shame of that echoes down the decades. It is not as if we didn't know it would happen. Many saw it coming, for mass murder had been part of the Bosnian Serb military campaign for 3 years before Srebrenica, a campaign they themselves called ethnic cleansing.
The crimes committed rank among the most heinous known to humankind.
In The Hague, Mladic was one of several convicted of genocide. The Yugoslavia Tribunal was the first experiment in international justice since leading Nazis were tried at Nuremberg.
Even with quite a considerable number of people who have been convicted, not only in The Hague but in the local courts as well, a considerable number of people who have been identified and found in these mass graves, there is still something really big missing. And what's missing is the recognition of their suffering and their pain.
But genocide denial persists. In our age of freely available alternative facts, many Bosnian Serbs refuse to acknowledge either the scale or the nature of what happened at Srebrenica. That rewriting of history has already had deadly consequences. Last year, a white supremacist murdered 51 Muslims at Friday prayers in New Zealand. In the minutes before the murders, he'd been listening to a song glorifying the Bosnian Serb leaders convicted of genocide. Mass murderers repurposed as heroic defenders of a white Christian European heritage.